2025 Alfa Romeo Giulia is here, and we have to see what's updated, what's changed, what's new, or has everything stayed the same as Alfa Romeo plans on introducing the new Giulia within the next 2 years. Let's see what it's all about here at Alfa Romeo Central Florida. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video where the first Giulia for 2025 is behind me here today, and surprisingly it's not in red. It is in Misano blue, and we have it here at Alfa Romeo Central Florida today. Now, keep in mind, this is just a regular Giulia. For the 2025 model year, they've really simplified the range. We'll go over that in just a moment, but there's no quadrifoglio models, so keep that in mind. We're sticking with regular 2.0 Giulia. So with that said, let's take a spin around this, option breakdown, stickers, see what's new, see what's changed, see what's the same for the 2025 model year. Biggest shout out to Alfa Romeo Central Florida for letting me take a spin around the first Giulia here for 2025. Now, if you guys want this model or any other model they have here in their lineup, make sure you guys check the link in the description for their website link, their phone number, give them a call, get this beautiful car into your driveway today. So this is the beating heart of the Giulia 2.0s. Now we call it the 2.0 because it's underneath the Quadrifoglio's V6 engine. So inline 4, 2-liter, 280 horsepower, and we have 306 pound-feet of torque out of this 8-speed ZF transmission, weighing just around 3,600 plus pounds for the curb weight, carbon fiber drive shaft, 50-50 weight distribution. This is a performer that we know and love on the Giorgio platform that has made this car so famous when it comes to being agile and being able to really give you the best driving experience for what it has under the hood. So that gives you a 0 to 60 in around 5.5 seconds with a top speed of 150 miles per hour. And we won't see this engine on the next generation Giulia. This is being discontinued. This debuted with the Giulia back in 2016, 2017, but now it's no longer a thing when the next generation comes out within the next year and a half for the Giulia. The Stelvio comes out next year, and then whatever goes in that Stelvio will more than likely end up in the Giulia for the next generation as well. So we don't get this engine much longer. So with this power plant, if you guys love the agileness, the sportiness, and the driving experience of the 2.0s, well, it is definitely now the time to act to get these before they're gone for good. Now, as I mentioned, simplified range when it comes to the 2025 model year. So this is what you get. The base Giulia starts here. No Sprint, it's not called a Sprint, base Giulia. No TI. Then you get a Veloce package, which adds the Veloce badge and Veloce goodies. And then you get the Tributo Italiano, which is the Italian Tribute Edition that Europe got last year. We're finally getting here in the States. Those are your trim levels for the 2025 model year. Again, no quadrifoglio variant. So right here in front of us is where we start when it comes to the Giulia. This is the entry-level model. It's called the Giulia rear-wheel drive. That's it, okay? No Sprint entry-level model like it used to be. Now, with that said, Misano Blue Metallic. It's very rare that we actually get Misano Blue on the channel as much as we should, but we got it for the first Giulia for 2025, and that Florida sun is doing what it does best when it comes to this model. And I love this paint. I love the way that this looks, especially with the black and white when it comes to the headlights, the wheels, everything when it comes to the symmetry. It is gorgeous. Now the front fascia is what we know and love from Alfa Romeo, so not much has changed there. So we get the Scudetto Interlobo with the nice grille pattern that we got in 2024 that has carried over to 2025. Same with the lower fascia. These front lips gets a nice sporty styling, which is more aggressive when it comes to this setup. And again, this was something that was added in 2024, and you guys can see it here in 2025. Looks so much better with this whole piece here, giving just that much more when it comes to the aggressiveness. And then obviously you have that front lip there as well. Now you do have the 3+3 LED lights, as we talked about, with the black housing, and those look phenomenal when fully illuminated. We'll check those out in just a moment. I love that addition when it comes to the Giulia, but keeping it simple up front, this is what you know and love from the Giulia. Not much has changed. Talking about the side profile, a lot is familiar when it comes to the 2025 model. So up front, 19-inch sport wheels, as you guys know, monochrome center cap, silver calipers with black script, something again we don't see too often, with Pirelli P0 tires to help wrap it all together, making it look that much better when it comes to the shoes. Now that Misano Blue paint is carried over all the way through, and then you will also have the Misano Blue for the door handles with the black mirror caps there to set off the black window moldings, B pillar and C pillar, all looking great with the black roof, because we do have a glass panoramic roof up top as well with the black shark fin antenna. again, the symmetry is there when it comes to the colorways on this Giulia. I really love the way that all of this looks. Take a look at that side profile though. Let me know what you guys think. The rear of the Giulia gets the same sporty looks as we know and love. And I am just, I adore this rear end, especially with the clear tail lamps that we got for 2024 that were brought back are transferred over to 2025. So I love that. We also have the rear diffuser, shark fin that we know and love. And we have the dual exhaust tips with the black surrounds, Fox grille around those as well. Just giving it the nice curvature and beautiful lines and aggressiveness that the Alfa Romeo model brings with the insignia there, the Giulia badging there. It's a good look, man. They really made a timeless design when it comes to this car. And same thing happens here for 2025. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy it. Now, when it comes to cargo, we're looking at around 13 cubic feet of space, plenty when it comes to the 40-20-40 split for the rear folding seats. And as you guys can see how deep this trunk space is, well, it's gonna be practical for those family vacations and long journeys. Now, you guys will also see the battery is stowed away on the side right there. So you just pull those tabs and pull that out. You do have a little extra kind of side pocket on this side. And then underneath, we do have a false floor. Let's move the carpets back. Lift up here, you guys will see. Well, not much under here because we have the run flat Pirellis on here. So we just have, the hook for the tow hook and a screwdriver there. That's about it underneath here. And I can't say you could probably put too much under here as well, unless you really kind of lift up here. But again, I don't even know what's under there. So we're gonna just slowly put that back down and enjoy the space that we have here. Now, when it comes to fuel economy, we're looking at 27, 24, 33. That means 27 combined city and highway, 24 for the city, 33 for the highway, and premium fuel goes inside of this Giulia. Now, of course, I want to show the illumination when it comes to the 3+3 LED headlamps, as you guys will see with the switchback turn signals there. Bright white and amber, the high beams and low beams shining through. And we also have the amber turn indicator there with, in the mirror caps, the turn signal there, and then the LED tails with the reflectors there. Looking phenomenal, per usual, when it comes to those aggressive LED rear tail lamps. Now let's hop inside of the Giulia and see what we're about for the 2025 model year, because basically it's a lot of the same things you guys are used to. And with this being more of an entry-level spec, well, this is what we're going to start off with in the 2025 model year. So we do automatically have the aluminum side sill and the aluminum and rubber brake pedal and gas pedal there, which is a nice premium feel. Looking at our door panel, that lets you know basically what our spec is today, which is Nero and black. And you also have the soft touches for the armrest, door cars with the black stitching as well, speaker grille, and a nice aluminum feel when it comes to the bezel around the aluminum door handle. Now, when you hop inside, that's where we kind of see what we're working with on the spec. But before that, we gotta get this thing started up. So per usual for Alfa, starting up sequence will be foot on the brake, start stop button, press that in. Now we're to life. Here we are. Now, for this model year, it's going to be a lot of the same that you're used to. We got low fuel. It is a new car. So a lot of the same of what you're used to when it comes to this model. So black all throughout when it comes to the standard seating here. All right, embossed logo right there in the headrest with the stitching as well. And then you guys will also see big sunroof letting in all this natural light. We have that aluminum trim going through over the dash, over the glove box here. Tons of space there with the turbine vents and the plastic injection molded plastic up top for the dash. Now you guys will also see turbine vents on this side as well. The park assist here, or parking sensors, the start stop button, and we do have our low beam controls with our DRL controls right here as well, and our dimmer here for our instrument cluster. Now we also have with that instrument cluster the 8.8-inch touchscreen, which you guys know from Alfa. This has been in the system for a while now. Their touchscreen, their in-house system that you guys have seen, it's all right. It's pretty decent. We do have the toggle here as well to help go through that and navigate through that if you don't use the touchscreen. Home and settings buttons right there. Now getting back to up here, flat bottom steering wheel, perforated leather, start stop as you guys saw, driver assistance controls right here, and then we have our radio controls, hands-free, and we can change a couple of things when it comes to our instrument cluster here by using the controls right here. We can also change the view of that instrument cluster by pressing this here, and we got 3 different choices when it comes to layouts of those views. All right, so keep in mind you press that on that side. On the other side, you do have your lane keep assist right here, and that will be for driver assistance with your high beams there. And you also have your windshield washer nozzles right there. Big aluminum power shifters that are column mounted, so they stay there at all times. And you have a telescopic steering wheel. Pull this down, and then I can adjust this to however I want it. Now, you guys will also see that right here we have dual zone climate control. All right, HVAC vents here with our hazard buttons. We do have heated seat and heated steering wheel controls there as well. And then underneath here, a little extra storage with a USB 2.0 plug-in, 12-volt plug-in there, cup holders here with a nice aluminum bezel here, right here in the front center. And then you guys have the leather wrapped shifter here, 2-track system where we can do our shifting there as well. Press P for park, or we can go into reverse just like that. Reverse camera shows up, pretty hard to see from here. We have our key fob holder, which I'm using right there, the Italian flag, and we also have the electric parking brake right there. Radio controls here, all right. And we have our DNA drive mode selector between dynamic, our most fun mode, natural, everyday driving, and advanced efficiency, which is going to be best for fuel economy. Now you also have a wireless charging pad here. We also have underneath our armrest, our USB 2.0 aux and USB-C with our key fob transmitter there as well. And that's basically it. We know a lot of this stuff. Oh, look up top. We do have our window controls for our glass, panoramic roof, and everything up there. We have our dome light, floodlight, SOS, everything up there. Home link for your garage up here, and mirror and a light. Now, that's basically all we know for the 2025 model year. Again, it's a lot of what we're used to before the complete rehaul of the Giulia. So if you like this setup, well, you're gonna love the Giulia for 2025. Now, when you hop inside of the rear of the Giulia, it's the same flavor as up front when it comes to materials, when it comes to the black seating, the black stitching, when it comes to the whole overall moniker with the aluminum door trim, the soft touches on the door cars and armrest with the stitching there as well. It's pretty simple back here. You do have extra storage for the cargo net. You do have USB 2.0 and heated seats right there with the turbine vents. You also have armrest right there with the cup holders. All right, so keeping it pretty simple when it comes to back here. You can look up and see that we do have the glass roof, letting in a lot of natural lighting, but they didn't do too much back here when it comes to options, just keeping it pretty standard inside of the Giulia. So let's do the sticker breakdown of this 2025 Giulia rear-wheel drive. Again, it's not a Sprint, all right? It's just a Giulia rear-wheel drive, base price $43,995. Now, after our additional options and we have a $19.95 destination charge, well, we're looking at a total price of $50,735 with our basic warranty, 4 years, $50,000, and our powertrain, 4 years, $50,000. Now, what we have here, again, is an entry-level model, so no Sprint. So we just added a couple options to make it ours. So the Misano Blue Metallic Paint, $695. The driver assistance package with $300 gives us advanced vehicle anti-theft, intelligent speed assist, and active driving assist. Now you also have the sunroof at $1,500 with the dual pane sunroof and the gloss black window moldings to go with it. Now you also have as an option the 19-inch wheels, Sport 5-hole wheels, $2,250 for that. That's it. 4 options we have on this model. Everything else you see comes standard. So everything you guys see here, make sure you guys pause, zoom in, screenshot. This is standard for the 2025 model year. And then you got a couple of things that you can add. And again, if you add a Veloce badge, well, it makes that package a little bit more kind of intuitive and driver focused when it comes to the whole dynamics there. And then the Tributo, that is the top trim for the 2025 model year, the Italian editions. But what do you guys feel about the base model Giulia rear-wheel drive? So at just over $50,700, how you guys feeling about what we get for the 2025 model year? Changes in all. Everything that remains the same. Is the pricing right to move these models this year? Drop those comments down below. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video today, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But also check the links in the description for Alfa Romeo Central Florida's website, so you guys can get their, inventory, give their number a call, maybe get this beautiful model out there on the pavement and in your driveway today. And also make sure you guys check the link in the description for Ron's Rides merch, everything else like that. Subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell, but don't miss one video. And with that said, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.